Hey, and welcome to another episode. I want to get into something really interesting today. Have you ever been told that you need to define the trend? I'm sure you have. Whatever your education is, usually the idea in trading is the trend is your friend. Some have added the idea at the end that says until the bend at the end. However, whatever your criteria is for finding a trend, I want to talk to you a little bit further and speak about having trends inside of trends. And that's important because sometimes you'll hear the idea that if the daily is in an uptrend, so you should be taking uptrend trades, and that's absolutely not true. What you need to do is find out where you are in that particular leg so that you can take the correct trade. So one of the things that we teach our students is making sure you understand the trend by identifying what leg are you on. I'm not going to jump in too much detail about that, but I just want to give you a basic concept that you might understand already, but might bring some clarity to your overall trading. And that is finding that trend inside of a trend and helping you navigate between those. So I'm going to take you to the charts. Going to be a short one. Just going to kind of show you with the line drawing first, the path tool, and then thereafter I'm going to show you on the charts what I mean by it. And just being able to define that trend gives you a better perspective on where you should be in the market. Okay, so let's jump onto the charts with me. Let's get on. Okay, I'm going to take you to EU. It doesn't really matter what chart you are on, but let's first get the path tool going, right? For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that this is probably one of my most favorite tools. So let's get the path tool going. And let's have a look at this. This would be what most people would classify as an uptrend. Why? Because we have a break of a swing high over here, right? A break of a swing high and a higher low as defined over here gives us a uptrend, right? But let's say that this particular uptrend is found on a daily, right? Let's say a daily. Okay. Now price tells us at the moment, based on this drawing, that price has already done a significant move to the upside. We can even have previous moves over here, right? This gives us a better view. And write this down for your notes that oftentimes price will continue and trend much longer than it will consolidate. It will continue and trend much longer than it will consolidate, right? And so you got to get used to price going in one direction for a longer period of time. I have this saying that I trade in the same direction until I am wrong. And the reason I do that is because that gets me an opportunity to be wrong once, as opposed to be trying to catch falling knives or catching bottoms or catching tops, as they say. Okay, so let's talk about this some more. So let's say that this overall trend in blue is a daily. If you've been trading for a while, and you know if you were to switch to a different time frame, this is what you'll see, right? And let's say that this particular color now, we're going to give it a different color, is red, and that is your 4 hour. So red equals H4 and blue equals daily. Now already we can see by this that on the red we have many more breaks of structure, right? Now the specific amount of highs and lows that I've drawn here is not necessarily what you'll see. It's just an illustration, but all you can see is we have a lot more breaks of structure, right? Now this is how you want to define your trend per time frame. Very simple. You want to look at the last low in an uptrend to the point of breaking structure. This is on the daily, right? That confirms your trend. In other words, an upward break means that you're in an uptrend, right? And then the actual range you want to trade in is between the highest high to the lowest low. The highest high to the lowest low. And in that area, only the best trades are found, right? So what we like to do in our academy is we like to throw up a premium and discount tool, which tells us that the best trades are going to come from this area, right? From this area. Actually, let me change the name and say discount. Now, of course, you're going to have to know a little bit more about trading to catch some of the stuff that I'm saying here. But in our overall course, we do start from the absolute basics, right? Okay, so this is based on the actual blue, right? But here comes in the problem that most people face. So conventional wisdom says if the daily is in an uptrend, you should be trading buys. And that's absolutely incorrect. You need to understand what leg you are on and when you're going to trade those particular setups. Okay, so let me make an example over here. What happens when your 4-hour does this? I'm going to make it more clear and easier to see. What we do understand, write this down for your notes, is most times after price has broken structure on a higher time frame, it has a tendency to want to pull back to equilibrium, or as we've denoted it here, discount, right? And so if that is true from a daily perspective, and we'll draw in the blue line, eventually it wants to at a minimum get below this line. It's not always the case, but 80% of the time or so it will be the case, right? And we're trading probabilities, so we want to be on the higher side of probabilities. Now, how does price actually get there? Well, it gets there by producing a downtrend on a lower time frame. So this is why when someone tells you if the daily is in an uptrend, you should be buying, that's not true. Because let's look at this now. For instance, price is now broken over here, right? That's the 4-hour. The 4-hour is now broken down, which usually will put in a zone over here for us to trade, right? Supply zone. So price will go up till there, and then use that to eventually drop down into discount as expected on the daily. So how can you use this information? Firstly, you need to decide where you are on the higher time frame. Are you in premium or are you in discount? Once you establish that, you can use the lower time frames to give you that overall direction as to how to get to your next target. Let me make an example. If the daily is in premium and your expectation is that it should be pulling back to discount, you can now use the 4-hour or the 1-hour to wait for those initial breaks of structure and use it to trade back into that discount area. And then from there, you can do this. Let me show you. Right? And from there, now imagine for a moment with me that the daily has traded back here. Okay? We do not know when it's going to turn. But if we see the 4-hour turning up, giving us that initial break of structure again to the upside, in other words, changing trend. Now look what we have. We have the daily falling down, the 4-hour turning up, and usually this would be anchored to a zone somewhere like this, right? Let's just make that a little better. So there'll be another 4-hour zone inside of that daily that price is anchored itself to. It's usually what you want to see is high probability. And now you can use this to anticipate the next target, right? Which on the higher time frame, daily, is going to be this move up. Okay, so what do? Well, as price comes back down, you take a buy, keep taking buys on the trend up to fulfill the overall trend. And that's how you use trend in a trend. Now, we haven't even gotten to the amazing part of how you can add an additional time frame, such as a 15-minute. This will be a daily boss again, right? It's a daily breaker structure. So as a 15-minute to get even better entries. But the basic idea to using trend in a trend is combining multiple time frame analysis to give you that overall perspective of what the market is trying to do. I always tell our students is the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to be a one time frame trader. Make sure that you're using multiple time frame analysis to get a better overall perspective on the market. So go over this video a couple of times, practice on your actual charts, draw on these zigzags, and then see the power thereof. What I want you to do is first find a daily. You know what? Let me do it quickly for you. Let's find a daily, right? Let's have a look at the daily scenario. Let's go on the daily chart. Let me clear everything we just saw. And let's draw in that last breaker structure, right? So price was going up, and then price fell all the way down till there. So that's our daily. Okay. Then we go down to our 4 hour. And what we're going to do on our 4 hour is look at our 4 hour breaks of structure. And then we're going to see something interesting. All right. We'll just draw on the most significant ones at the moment. Right. So we can see that now on our 4 hour, there's some bullish momentum coming in, right? Some bullish momentum coming in, giving us an indication that we might see some more upside. However, it's only going to be really valid once we break this. But keep in mind that price is trying to get back. See, here's your breaker structure on the daily. This is just a sell version of it. And now if we draw on our premium and discount from top to bottom, right, we get the scenario where this is equilibrium or premium. Let's call it equilibrium for now. And so if price is ultimately trying to get back there, and we anticipate that it might, right, it doesn't have to, but we anticipate that it might, what we're going to be looking for is lower time frame breaks to the upside. So let's even take it a step further. Let's go down to the 1 hour and see if we could have caught this trade from the bottom. So let's look at this 1 hour, and I'm going to give you a different color now. The 1 hour trend is down, 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 down. And wait a minute. What's that? Right? Let's have a look at this. What just happened? Well, the 1 hour turned up over here. And that gave us our first indication that price was going to go up. And what do we find? We find a good zone over here that had we traded it, we're looking to the upside. Now, for those of you who were on class with me yesterday, this is basically the reason I was expecting us to possibly go higher than this point over here. And we're quite close to it. Now, of course, this is more than enough room in the trade already to be a successful trade, right? Especially if you added another confluence at the bottom here to get in on a lower time frame. But I digress. What I've been trying to teach you today is how to navigate a trend inside of a trend. And if you want to learn more about this, please jump on our website, kingdomdaytraders.com. Jump on our calendar, and we get you a free class. Join a free class. Come and have a look at what we are about. Come and see why our students are raving about what we do. Just join us. Click the link, the calendar link, and we'll get back to you. We'll join a call. No obligation. Join a call. Come and have a look at what we are about, and I'm sure you're going to have a good time. Okay, that's it. So review this video over and over. And as always, mindset, multiplication, and management. It's been Coach Chadwin. I am out. See you in the next video. And always be being a student. Goodbye, everyone.